definitely a country where you are reminded that you're Black. So there's not really a day that I don't realize that I'm in a country that obviously I am one of the very few. I'm not just a foreigner, I'm a Black foreigner.
As a Black person, here in Bangkok, I've experienced more positive than negative. I know that's not the case for some people.
Bangkok, Thailand, the second largest city in Southeast Asia, an international hub and a travel hotspot. This buzzing metropolis has funky street markets, a vibrant nightlife scene, fabulous sights, and attraction that reflects its unique heritage. Whether your trip is for business or pleasure, Bangkok bursts with exciting opportunities. Deemed as one of the safest cities in the world, it attracts over 20 million visitors per year. Now, there is a new wave of Black expats we know little about. Ranging from all corners of the globe, such as the US, UK, and Africa, the Black population has been growing in the region. But what does it mean to be young, Black, and in a new place? Let's find out what it means to be Black in Bangkok.
So my name is Akwese Kamoto. I'm Cameroonian American. I was raised in the United States in Portland, Oregon. I had come here some years ago to train in Muay Thai, fell in love with it, and so now I'm in Bangkok. I'm a leadership coach and facilitator, so I work across Asia, across Africa, and North America. And when I come to Bangkok, it's my recharge.
So in Bangkok, my main profession is teaching. I manage an early years department at an international school here. So that's like my day job. And then my hobbies and where my passion lies is with music. So yeah, I put on a range of different music events and social events in and around Bangkok.
In Thailand, as well as in many parts of Southeast Asia, dark skin is often frowned upon and whiter skin is seen as being the beauty standard and more desirable. People of white skin are seen as belonging to a higher class economically, in contrast to the often darker skinned farmers and manual laborers. With pale skin seen as something to be highly prized and desired, and darker skin looked down upon, being a person of color in Thailand can sometimes be a challenge.
Doesn't really change because they believe once you're Black, probably you're dirty. There's huge amount of people who are ignorant of who Black people really are. Just have a thick skin, you know. You just have to be able to absorb most of the racism, most of the discrimination, most of the lack of respect. When I go to immigration, I have to do like criminal record, like this, change some external police firm, sleeping at home, police knocking on your door to check for passport, even when you know you're a student, like things like that.
Living in Asia has actually showed me that you have individuals who are still going to be prejudiced against you no matter who or what you are. You could be like me, right? Have a degree from the University of California, but still get shut down at a job interview because of the color of your skin, right? I've had that several times at some of the schools that I've been interviewed at because, you know, I'll fill out a resume and I won't put my ethnicity or anything, you know. A lot of them want you to show a recent photo. I don't do that. I just send them my resume as is, and then I go into the interview. Sometimes when you go into the interview, you get the once-over look.
In Scotland, I don't usually have people asking me where I'm from. When I'm in Scotland, it is accepted that I'm Scottish and that I live there. Whereas being here, it's a lot more difficult for people to understand that I'm Scottish. And not just Thai people, a lot of people I come across. So even, you know, Americans and Australians and stuff like that, I tell them that I'm Scottish and they're like, no way, but how? And that's a strange question to me because I'm like, well, how are you Australian? I'm Scottish, that's it.
If you were out in the sun, like with the transatlantic slave trade, if you're out in the sun, you're going to get darker. People think you're a lower class of worker. You look in all of the shops, really Offensive, the whitening in every product. I could be judged by the colour of my skin. The danger for me would be acknowledging that judgment, because I am a successful young man in Thailand, and if it were as black and white, as my skin isn't going to give me as much opportunity as someone with lighter skin, then I shouldn't be doing all the things that I'm doing. I think that perception can be a real big barrier.
In my opinion, I think skin color matters in the sense of we operate in a society and system and structure that does discriminate. Whether you're here in Thailand, whether you're in the United States, in Europe, skin color matters. People do treat individuals different the darker you are. And Asia as a whole, I think, as with many places in the world, we have the ideal of whiteness. And you see that a lot more overtly in Asia than maybe in places like the US and in the UK. You see a lot of skin whitening creams, ads, commercials where people talk about, oh, you're beautiful once you're white. And so there is, around beauty standards, certainly the lighter you are, the more fair you are, the more white you are is considered to be the more beautiful.
I have had a few instances, like with police officers getting a little bit too physical with me, not wanting to wait for an answer to a question that they've asked and just assuming the worst, coming through the airport and the customs people taking a little bit longer to look at my passport and counting like the weeks between one immigration stamp to another to make sure it's yeah. And I do believe that it's sad that maybe I would put that down to simply as base as a race thing, and it's not simply just the colour of my skin, it's just the whole embodiment of something unknown, I believe.
Waffles in freaking Thailand. That's so funny. I like this type of stuff, like the tea. Tea is good. Some of my experiences, like when I go to different islands, where the people in the islands definitely don't see a lot of foreigners because they're more secluded. They immediately say, oh, Africa, Africa, you are from Africa, which honestly, obviously, our descendants are from Africa, so that's not really an insult to me, but it's like, you have no idea, black people are from all over the world. So I've been to an island where I was really just having a good time. I was with my friends, we walked into a bar, and I think I just said hey to a guy that was sitting there, and he started saying things in Thai. He said the word dom, which means black, and I had already heard that word before. I had already experienced that at the school that I was teaching at, and I was like, okay, I'm not about to start that with you. And then my friends became protective. They're like, duh, she knows she's black. She looks in the mirror, she's black and she's beautiful. What are you trying to say? And that became kind of a back and forth. And we ended up getting kicked out of the place because this guy had started this big argument. And that was really emotional. The very first time it was emotional because it wasn't just affecting me at that point. Because normally, it's kind of emotional right now, but normally, as a black person, you're handling it individually. Every day you're going out as yourself and you have to handle things personally. But this time it was affecting other friends and friends that were not black. I think I was probably the only black person in the group. And so that was very emotional for me.
Although there are some negatives to being a black person in a country which has a culture of looking down on people with darker skin, many black expats find that the positives far outweigh the negatives, and opportunities are more accessible to them than being in their home countries, and the lifestyle, the climate, makes living in Bangkok an attractive and enjoyable proposition.
I've had some really positive experiences being in Thailand, and a lot of it is to do with my appearance and my character. So I do the DJing, And recently, in a few trips to Koh Phangan, we've been making links with these Thai Rastas over there. There's a bar over there called the Reggae Bar. It's quite a famous spot on the island. And the last couple of times we've been there, I've been invited onto the stage. And yeah, and performed with these reggae bands, like MCing over like a 6-piece reggae band. And I think that if I didn't maybe look the way that I did, I might not have been invited up onto that stage. And it was brilliant, yeah. And I've done it a few times now, linked with some Thai reggae bands here. They've invited me into their studios to drop down some lyrics. So yeah, that was very positive. Yeah, one of the driving forces for me moving from Malaysia to Thailand was music. When we were in Malaysia, we got invited to Hat Yai Reggae Fest. It's quite a big reggae festival. Not many people know about it in South Thailand. They actually had a reggae festival earlier this year, 200,000 people. 200,000 people at a reggae festival. That's big, I think. Really, really big.
It's clear that Black expats find numerous advantages from living in Thailand. From the tropical climate to fresh food, fabulous beaches, career and work opportunities, the positives for living in Bangkok seems to far outweigh the negatives. And our expats are keen to encourage other young Black people to follow suit.